I remember that for most of my life, the biggest addiction that I struggled with the most, that had the hardest grip on me, that I just never could get rid of it, even if I tried so fucking hard, it was video games. If you ever played Minecraft, then you're familiar with the minigame called Skywars. Basically, you get put onto this big map with like 8 other players, and you have to, like take items from chests like swords, bows, and stuff like that, and you have to kill each other. And the point is, the last man standing always wins. And I had a failure rate of like 99%. I was so bad at video games that I literally won only 1% of the games that I got myself into. And so, you can just tell how much it affected my ego and my self-esteem, because I thought to myself, if I was shitty at video games, then how shitty am I in real life? And this started a negative feedback loop. Basically, every time that I would win that 1% of the games, and then after I would start losing like 20 games straight, I would rage quit. I would tell myself that I would never play that bullshit ever again. And then, what do you know? 1.5 hours later, I would be back behind my computer, raging and screaming at the top of my lungs, literally beating the ever-living shit out of my table. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, there was also a good aspect of Minecraft that I really liked. It was the aspect of creating your own world and then exploring it as much as you would like, mining all of the different ores, going through all of the different beautiful biomes that the world had to offer, trading with villagers, taming dogs, killing the Ender Dragon, which was the ultimate mission of Minecraft, getting an Elytra, mining netherite so you would get the best equipment in the game, the best armor, the best sword. Those kinds of things I really liked, because they gave me a sign of progress. And until summer of 2023, I never actually realized this, because when I got on self-improvement, once again in the same year, I finally had something to work on in real life, like my mental health, my physical health, my financial stability, the relationships with the people around me. Those were the real life skills that I could improve myself in it every single day. And that's what I was getting from Minecraft every single day. And before you know it, I haven't played Minecraft since then. I'm not joking. Like, sure, the good memories come from time to time. I still remember playing Hypixel Skyblock with my buddies from primary school, having the time of our lives, slaying all of the different mini-bosses, creating our own worlds, playing on the different survival multiplayer servers, and making all of the friends and memories along the way. Yeah, they still get me from time to time, but that's only like once per month, let's say. But other than that, I'm way more happier with the life that I have now. I now read books because I rediscovered my passion in them. I actually go to the gym and I know what to practice, and my muscle gain has improved tremendously. My mental health is at its all-time high because I wake up every day at 5 a.m. I meditate, I gratitude journal, which are good habits that I would have never imagined myself doing 2 years ago. I literally do the good habit that conquerors and innovators and the most intelligent people in the history of humankind were doing, which is journaling every day before I go to sleep. I also adventure. I go on solo biking hikes anytime that I want, to nature for example. I talk to all different people, especially the people who join our Discord clan and become a part of the family. Also, women are noticing me more. And plus, I now finally have something, some kind of a business that actually fulfills me, that gives me a purpose in life. And I would never trade this life for the video gamer life that I had just 1.5 years ago. And so, believe it or not, just the fact that I changed my entire life, I gave myself a new personality, a new identity, a new reputation of that person who's becoming the best version of himself, who is on self-improvement. I quit video games forever. Now sure, I do play chess and other logical games from time to time, but they expand your logical thinking, so they don't count. But there was one, the second strongest habit that I couldn't get rid of, and that was masturbation. No surprise. Even to this day, even after a whole entire year of being on self-improvement, I still struggle to get rid of that bad habit. Now don't get me wrong, no one is perfect. No one just quits masturbation forever. Of course, even the most skilled guys on NoFap, they still relapse like 1 time per month, and that's completely natural. Testosterone and your sex drive gets made in your body and it has to exit your body at some point. That's completely natural. But it is just not okay when you do it like 3 times per day. That's 90 times per month. But now, I only masturbate for like 15 times per month. Even though back when I was not on self-improvement, I was fapping like 3 times per day. Again, that's 90 times per month. Imagine how much my testosterone levels suffered. And do you know what's interesting? The fact that I changed my identity helped tremendously in quitting this horrible addiction. Now sure, I didn't just quit it forever like I did with video games. But what I noticed was that I dramatically decreased the number. Even when I was just a few weeks on self-improvement, I still brought that count on how much I fapped from 3 to only 1 times per day. That's 30 times per month. That's like such an increase from a guy that has been fapping literally 4 to 5 times in winter per day. So I view that as a massive fucking W. And even now, after being on self-improvement for a whole entire year, I brought that count from 30 to 14 per month. And I'm working hard to decrease that number into single digits. And I'm planning to get there in the next 6 months. Yeah, that's pretty realistic. But what was interesting was that the fact that got me from 30 times per month to only 15 times per month was not the fact of my life increasing, like, me becoming better at the 3 big desires of wealth, health, and relationships. No, it was by me realizing this really powerful fact. Your goals, whether it is like achieving success in like financial freedom, or if it's becoming the most athletic person in your country, or if it is as simple as overcoming your fapping addiction, basically bringing that count from double or possibly even triple digits all the way to single digits. The goal is not meant to expand on bad things. It is meant to expand on good things. Meaning that on self-improvement, and when you're trying to quit your fapping addiction, you shouldn't focus on the amount of days that you spent not fapping. You should focus on the amount of times that you spent fapping during the entire month. When you constantly track the days that you don't fap, like let's say you have a streak of 5 days for example, you're subconsciously telling your brain that it is a bad thing. And so, when you do eventually relapse, which is completely natural by the way, you shouldn't feel bad about it, because you do have the desire to quit it, and that's already a huge step. But when you do eventually relapse, you feel even worse. However, if you calculate the amount of times that you fapped 1 year ago, before you had no idea about the concept of NoFap, about self-improvement as a whole, let's say, then let's say that you were fapping like 4 times per day, let's say, And so that's 120 times per month. And so what you should actually do is to take 5% of those 120 times, which is 6 by the way. I just calculated it. And then every single month you should decrease that 120 times by 6. So let's say that if it's March 19th, then between this interval of March 19th and April 19th, you should only fab 114 times. Of course you can do that, right? And this is what you should focus on. Suddenly, the goal is way more reachable than if you just set to completely minimize the amount of times that you fab in like the next 6 months, right? Suddenly, it seems way more possible and you do actually feel kind of hyped to do it, right? Because you're expanding on the good thing. You are recognizing that this is a powerful habit that you've been building for years by this point. So of course it's gonna take like an entire year to bring that count back from triple digits to a single digit. Now keep in mind, we are men on self-improvement. We reject mediocrity. We are not like the 99% of pathetic people who have shitty attention spans and cannot sit down and do the work. We are not those kinds of people who want everything right now as the spoiled brats that they are. We are living for the long term. And so, if you want to destroy a powerful habit like this, then you need to improve yourself in those 3 big desires of wealth, health, and relationships, while also focusing on the good thing. So that means lowering the amount of times that you fab every single month by 5%. So, this month you will only fab for 114 times, the next month you will fab for 108 times, and then you slowly but surely do it until you only reach single digits. Now I don't know how long this will take for you, because of course you have to calculate it for yourself. I don't know how many times you fab per month, but it doesn't matter, because just think about it. 1 year is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Chances are, if you're on self-improvement, then that means that you're a part of the 1% of people. If you actively meditate, gratitude journal, exercise, journal, if you adventure outside, and if you constantly improve yourself in the 3 big desires of men, I'm still repeating them, but they are very important for this video, which are health, wealth, and relationships. If you're doing all of that every single day, then chances are you're gonna live a long and happy life. You're gonna probably see your great-great-grandchildren. You're gonna live to like 100 years old. And so think about it. If you're like 17 years old and you spent 1.5 years of quitting your vaping addiction, well, not really quitting, just quote quitting, basically like bringing the count that you vape per month from 114 to single digits. If you just spend 1.5 years on that, then you will spend the rest of your life, which is like 83 years, on those single digits. And what's better is that when you continue to work hard on yourself, on self-improvement, like you improve your social intelligence so that people like you more, you build a powerful online business that gives you fulfillment, that gives you financial, location, and time freedom. You continue to improve yourself in the health category, which is getting a better physique, for example. So you exercise every single day. You improve your mindfulness and your positive thinking to get better mental health. If you continue to do this alongside this good habit on working on this positive goal, which is focusing on the good thing of the bad habit, then a year from now, you won't even need that vaping addiction anymore. Because by that point, you will already have everything. You will have your dream woman. You will have that financial, location, and time freedom. You will have an okay physique, because keep in mind, building a powerful physique takes probably like 4 to 5 years, but that's okay. Because you will still have a powerful foundation of knowledge by that point if you continue to read books, buy courses, and watch long-form educational podcasts, and your mental health will be at its all-time high. Okay? So the mindset that you need to overcome any addiction is to focus on the good thing, to not try to repel the bad habit by looking at it as a bad thing and then literally tracking days like a psychopath on how many days you haven't done it, but to instead track the amount of times that you do them per month and then slowly decrease it by 5% each month going forward. Because when you track the amount of times that you do the bad habit and you slowly decrease it, then you're progressively overloading. You've heard this term from the gym bros, right? Basically like add more weight and the amount of sets that you do, like with each workout that you do. Well, you want to do this as well. And when you're progressively overloading, you're making progress. And progress attracts success, money, woman, fame into your life. And so, that's why focusing on the good thing, that's why focusing on the progressive overload of the bad habit will help you achieve success in quitting it. But keep in mind, we are men on self-improvement, and so you shouldn't spend the entire year and a half basically focusing on only the bad habit. No, we actually strive for a better life, keep in mind. We are not in it just to sit down and work on our agencies for 12 hours straight every single day. That's just not what self-improvement is all about. We strive to get the benefits in the three big desires of men, which are once again, and for the final time, health, wealth, and relationships. So you need to do your journaling session, your meditation session, your gratitude journaling session each day. You need to exercise, of course. You need to find your purpose in life and then build your business around it. And lastly, you need to change the people that you spend the most time with. You're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most amount of time with. So, if you have bullshit friends who don't work hard on themselves every single day, who don't have the same goals as you do, who aren't on self-improvement and waking up at 5 a.m. to work hard on themselves, then you have to get rid of them. I'm sorry, but that's just the nature of self-improvement. Every 6 months, you become a more high-quality man, and so you need to leave those friends behind. And so, you need to find even more quality friends who are on the same category of out of 10. Basically, like let's say that you're now a 7 out of 10 man. Well, your 5 out of 10 friends from primary school, they just cannot even talk to you anymore. Like, you don't even see eye to eye anymore. You're a completely different person to them. And so, if you want to join a clan full of high quality men who are working hard on themselves every single day, who share the same values as you, the same likes and dislikes, who are rejecting modernity, who will be your healthy competition, and friends from whom you can take advice, then you can join our clan Discord server in the description. I know that you'll find your place in there, because if you're watching this video 18.5 minutes in, then you have way more potential than you think you have. You are destined for success. So please, don't let the crabs in your local area hold you back. And finally, do something kind to yourself and join a community where you will benefit from. Because with us, you will grow like there's no tomorrow. We are becoming the best version of ourselves every single day. So join us on the path to greatness and leave the 99% of people in the dust. You can like the video, you can subscribe if you like, join the email list in the description and get yourself a free ebook. Comment on which part of the video you liked the most and which part of the video you will implement in your daily life. Just a reminder to join the clan because it will really pay off, I promise. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video and remember, no one is better at being you